she's highlighting a problem. And so she said, no, she doesn't have a right to, pretend that she's on a higher ground while, she's actually not even a legitimate Sangoma. And, the thing that I want to say is that you don't have to be a Sangoma to call something that is wrong. You don't have to be a Sangoma to tell a Sangoma that they are practicing evil or that they are criminal in their activities and their practice. You don't have to be a Sangoma to stand up for what is right. So whether I was wearing anything to do with Ubungoma or claimed that I was a Sangoma or not, even if I am Mtarati in my background, if somebody is committing a crime, anybody can be a whistleblower. And I think that, I saw my analytics earlier, and it says that my audience, for the most part, the majority are between the ages of 25 and 34. And so, I'm almost 60. I'll be 60 next year. And if I'm almost 60 next year and I behave as if I know nothing, I behave as if I think nothing, I behave as if I'm just, passing through. I'm not passing through. I've got kids. I've got audiences. I've got patients. I've got colleagues. My responsibility is not just to the Sangoma tradition. My responsibility as a human is toward other humans. And I honestly can stand here and say that I was not outraged by Maweni being a Sangoma. I was outraged by a human being who is capable of going and standing on someone on now. That a human being can be so utterly evil as to stand there in front of the cameras and say that she is about to send death to someone, and this is her favorite thing to do. And she leads this group of people and cameras and literally goes through the procedures, goes through the walk through, and is standing there saying, I am picking a grave that people do not take care of, or something that's neglected, something to that effect. That's a human glitch. It's a human glitch. It's like, I don't know what was going on there, but it's a glitch, and whether or not I am initiating people online has got dick all to do with what is wrong and what is requiring us to think about. If you just think about it, at least just think about it and consider that it might be wrong. You don't have to blow the whistle. You don't have to be part of any movement, but just consciously acknowledge that this is wrong. It is wrong. And if I'm famous as a result of it, whoop-de-doo. I don't honestly have the time to be famous. I have many different things that are very different from Ubungoma that I'm responsible for. But if I need to be here to do this, this is what I will do until we can prove to everyone that the law is behind us in thinking that this is wrong and that this woman must be arrested. No, having a different opinion is definitely not a crime. Let me allow one person here. Come on, Ignatius.
Hi, Gogo.
Hi, how are you?
I'm good, and you, Gogo?
I'm well, I'm good, thank you.
Yes, Gogo, as young as I am, And I know for sure we, as young people, sometimes we make mistake here and there. And I'm not saying she's making mistakes. I've been following her on the channels, my channels and all stuff. But I strongly believe that we maybe we need to get elderly people to be involved, so she can be shown her mistakes, to say, look, Maweni, as much as we are elderly people to you, and we as a practitioner, sangomas, we think you are too much. She needs to be advised. I think taking her down, it's not helping anyway. As much I saw this your life before, and then I was like, okay, maybe I must just listen to you and hear your thinking and all stuff. Taking her down, it's not gonna help. The same as you have a child and your child is making mistakes and you are taking the child down, it really it's not helping. So she needs to be given a chance. She needs to be shown. I think the sangomas kamoka maybe like the elderly people, because now we see young sangomas and some of us, we are afraid to go to them to consult because they're still young. We know they can make mistakes. So like really, she needs to be given a chance. She's a human being as well. She makes mistakes. And I think the other thing that makes them make mistake, it's because they want this to be seen, to make quick cash. I think that's what I've seen in most of some of the sangomas, you know. But I strongly believe that she needs to be given a chance to take it down.
So you are advocating for us to sort of have a dialogue with her to see if she can what?
Yeah, to see if maybe they can, if maybe she can change here and there. Remember elderly people, those people who has been there.
Yeah.
For a long time. Those people who has been there in the sangomas who have been there for years. They know, they can advise, they can give a good advice here and there.
Yeah. Yabuza. No, I do feel that you know, she must have a gobela. Her mother talked to her on the show. I saw a clip where her mother is asking her, don't you think that this is not quite the path, that you should be following? And she believes, I don't know, you might want to study a bit around her, but she believes that this is an ancestral calling from ancient people who have an ancient wisdom that traditional health practitioners like today do not comprehend, and that she is committed to the ancestor that is bringing about this situation.
Yes.
I think and then the other aspect is that her belief is that all that she's really concerned about is money and making money and buying more houses and buying more cars. And I honestly believe that those that have the same sentiment as you and those that have that sympathy for her, at this stage of the game of where we are, the only advice that I would give you and those that are empathic toward her is that she needs to have a good legal team around her.
Yeah.
She needs to start gathering advisors who are legal advisors because she's going to be facing a mountain of charges, not just one.
No, I get the point. Sorry to disturb.
Ngiyabonga, Ignatius. Sorry, it's not really that we want to argue, but angisengizwile ngiyakuzwa. And that's my response there. So, ubani omunye okhona okhulumayo, Dust?
Good evening.
Thokoza.
I would like to say,
okay, madam, you can go after.
Okay. With power becomes great responsibility. And as Ugogo, when you get that certificate, she also showed in her show, there are rules and regulations to being a Gogo. You are responsible for people's lives. And also when you get to that platform where you are showing off some other things that you are not supposed to show, you are neglecting that responsibility and respect for the gift that you've been awarded. So what will come or may come towards her, it's what the ancestors will allow. It is very painful to watch her, as gifted as she is, to use her powers as she is using now. She's young, yes, but the minute you become Ugogo or Gobela, you are as old as your ancestors. You are no longer your age here on earth as we see you as your birth certificate. So her age is not an excuse, but responsibility that came with that gift, and the responsibility is what she should be concentrating on. So what may come for her, it is what it is, and the gods, the angels, the guardian angels will be coming at her. We may sit here and talk, but then whatever is coming to her, it will, and it is. That's all I want to say.
It's coming. Thank you, Dust. And I think I would add to that by saying that what you're bringing to the live right now has not been brought before. And it's the very truth of the whole thing, that the ancestor that is coming through, if it is an ancestor that is driving the whole thing, is coming through with belief systems and practices that traditional health practitioners have been fighting to eliminate from society since the beginning of time. And us now standing up, it's not about a question of me versus Maweni or us, Sangomas versus Maweni. It's our ancestors. We are also called. We are also channels of our ancestors. And our ancestors are having a pushback to this particular thing that is killing. It's killing. It's killing spiritually, which is detrimental to the spirit realm. And we are here to heal in the spirit realm and in the living. I mean, when we are sangomas, we are dealing with the spirit. We're dealing with souls. We're dealing with non-physical entities. And then as nyangas, we are using nature to heal nature. It would be one thing, and I have to just say this quickly, if Inyanga has black medicine, what we call black medicine, which is deadly medicine. If you use it, someone will die. if Inyanga is using the dark medicine, knowing that if I use a mixture of this dark medicine and a mixture of this other medicine and this other medicine, the cancer in this person will go. That's the only time it's acceptable to use umutomnyama, is when you are curing a problem. And sometimes the things like the entities, there are certain entities that are conjured entities, inyanga ezisebenzayo izizwe. Sometimes you use the izizwe, which are a type of vaccination of spirit entities, into the system because they create the body to fight, and then the body actually develops an immune. But if you touch izizwe and you go and put them in a woman so that the woman is controllable, and when she goes, maybe commits adultery, these izizwes are supposed to come back and tell you that she's been gone. You're manipulating, Manje. You're manipulating, and you're stepping into the gray area of this practice. So this is not the case with Maweni. Maweni is clearly using both Ubunyanga and Ubungoma and manipulating the spirit world and manipulating people's lives for the purposes of harm. And she's very proud of it. And so it's like there's no coming back. There's really no coming back other than we need to take a stance on where it is that we need our healers and traditional health practitioners to walk the line. And everybody has to walk the same line. There's no exception.
Yeah, Gogo.
Yeah, kubela voice.
Yeah, we are. Mama, sinenkinga la South Africa la. Uyabona kubhlungu ngoba siyazala sibadala masingaka.
Yeah.
Ingane ezine access yama cell phones. Whatever they see izinto ezipostwa abogogo Maweni. Nabo abantwana bethu babona kuyinto right. You understand? Impilo ma. Masihamba sihlangana nabaprofite nabo bani bayasitshela ukuthi impilo zethu zamosheka sisasebancane. Uthi uyazama uhlanganisa kuhlangani, uthi uzama ngapha amafamily uyalwa, izitha zikusele emuva. Yonke lento le, and mawulalela lento ayikhulumayo lo muntu. Mawubheka impilo yakho, ubona exactly lezinto azikhulumayo. So now thina masakhula back then abathakathi bebashiswa. But now the system shintsha, mayishintsha isystem, you cannot prosecute somebody while there's no proof. So ubuthakathi abunabo ubufakazi, not unless mawuye to the right people abazokhona ukuveza ukuthi walinyazwa la nala nala, ifamily yakho ilimele la nala nala. Khona manje ngine family year in year out siyangcwaba la ekhaya. Ngiluze abosisi bami abawu2, ngiluze abashana bami abawu2. Like if ngihlala ngibheke edlozini ngibuye ngibheke ngapha emthini, we understand. So abantu abafana nabogogo Maweni akusabantu bokuzwelwa. We don't have to have mercy for such a people in life because of thina sila South Africa. We can't do nothing. Sizama imisebenzi ayikho, sizama ama-business kuyavaleka kuya ngapha nangapha. So lo muntu lo if anesibindi sokutshela umphakathi ukuthi yena uyabulala, yena ufuna ukuthakatha umuntu impilo yakhe ivaleke, yena, and she's so brave and she's so proud. Uvela ngeinyoka, uvela ngani ngani. Like, how are we going to trust our own izangoma zethu? Kusasa ngithi ngifuna ukuzohlola ngempilo yami engitshela ngayo kunini kumanje ukuthi ngi-experience and in my own family. We understand. So ngizothemba kanjani ukuthi labantu laba bazosisiza noma uzofika thatha inhlanhla zami or athathe kona lokho okuncanyana ukuthi ngithengisa inko avela kuvale konke naye, mhlawumbe usebenzisana nabo labantu abathakathayo abanye ngoba there's a network yabo maybe ebakhuluma ngendlela ebakhuluma ngayo. We understand. Naye yabona ukuthi hayi uma sibani ugogo bani wakuphi kuphi, hayi uyo wamvala, hayi ithi nami ngivele ngimcedele. You understand? So abantu abafana nabo Maweni, we have proof. They've said it. Sibonile lento ayikhulumile. We understand. So we cannot give a change. Ufana nesigebengu, isigebengu mesigangile kwatholakala ecourt ukuthi indoda uwe owenze lento le uyagwetshwa lo muntu. So wena ugrave, you even tell the community ukuthi mina ngiyabulala, I'm a killer.
This is what you are doing. Yes.
Yeah, this is my life. So mina nginsad. We understand.
Yes.
So we are fully support, and we fully support you and the people behind you who support this thing. Ukuthi lo mama law must be closed down. You cannot do this in South Africans. Siyakala mama. Skala ugesi yini ngapha sizobheka yena sesine frustration yokucabanga ukuphakathi. Umuntu ofana naye. You can even think of taking guns and going to his home and shoot him in his house or killing him in his house and burn that house because of akusumuntu okumele abe into our society. So I fully support you, mama. Can you please help the helpless, the voiceless, those abangawazi umuthi, those who can't even fight for themselves, those who can't even go spiritually that far. We understand. Who can't
even afford inyanga yokuthi ecuphe noma evale lezinto noma ayiqaqe asinamali thina awukho umsebenzi asisebenzi
akunalutho. And manje we yabona in our country mama we are in a serious problem, and yabona this Western lifestyle isibulele. It has destroyed us. How can somebody go? Yazi mina I can even say it, Gogo. Lo muntu lo nalelo dlozi lela liphethe idlozi elimnyama. Alikho idlozi elinje. Idlozi elikhanyayo elilapha eliphilisayo. Angeke likunikeze. And yazi what I say? I was talking this issue and somebody else. Ngamtshela ngathi yabona labantu abathakathile. Hey amadlozi aba strong. That's why she can go live and tell azibophe yena ngowakho umlomo ukuthi mina ngubani ngamenza kahle mina ngihlonipha lawo
ukuthi nokuthi yes ngicela nje usise lapho ubafo lo osanda ukuphuma ocela ilokhuzana othi akulula nabo bonke nje abathi akulula ukubopha umuntu ngelokhuzana ngokuthi uyathakatha. And why I'm saying it's a myth. So I just pulled up the act. So the act, it says to amend the Witchcraft Suppression Act 1957 so as to make it an offense for a person who pretends to exercise supernatural powers to impute the cause of certain occurrences to another person and to provide for incidental matters. So I don't have to prove ukuthi ngilimele. Incidental means that whatever I suspect is the case, is the reason that I'm suffering, is because when you said you were going to do witchcraft on me. So Lana, it says, the following section is hereby substituted for Section 1 of the Witchcraft Suppression Act 1957, right? And this came out in the Government Gazette in 18 September 1970, right? And it says, in circumstances indicating that, it says, any person who, in circumstances indicating that he professes or pretends to use any supernatural power, witchcraft, sorcery, enchantment, or conjuration, imputes the cause of death, of injury or grief to, disease in, damage to, or disappearance of any person or thing to any other person. Just that alone. You have to prove that the sorcery. Umuntu may say, pretend nje ukuthi uzobulala noma uzokuthumela umuthi noma uzokugadla noma uzokunjanjani. Noma unama supernatural powers yena. Just the simple act of pretending and professing those things. So and it goes on. So umuntu angayilokhuzela angayigooglishela yena ayibonele yena And then it says, anyone who professes a knowledge of witchcraft or the use of charms and advises any person how to be a witch, injure or damage any person or thing, or supplies any person with any pretended means of witchcraft. So even if ngikunikeza impuphu ngithi mina iyabulala, that is against the law. And simbonile sonke kuMoja Love lo muntu namathwasa akhe ese esho yena ethi angibafundisi bonke amathwasa ami ukusebenzisa umuthi omnyama, ngifundisa nje ingxenye yawo, right? And manje bathi le show le was not intended to be criminal. It was just intended ukuthi abantu bafunde ukuthi ubuthakathi into enjani. Sifundile-ke saze safunda-ke nokuthi funeka angene ejele umuntu onjalo. And the example is her, Makhosi.
Hayi Gogo, lapho siyavuma Gogo. Ngoba you know if somebody kuye oya live on TV and then telling it was something if Begati this show, I'm doing this show to teach people who don't know what is spiritually, how do we work, and then Sikona ukwenza kanje. But now yena she was brave to tell the world that I can kill, I can do this,
and I am proud.
Ubani ngamenza kanje. Remember, in South Africa, we have too many people who are mad. We have too many people abaye esikolweni umuntu akhona impilo yakhe yavele yashabalala kanjalo. Sinama families ongazi ukuthi lapha kwangena icase enjani, kwenzakalane noma uthi uzama ukusebenza ubeka imali yokupenda indlu akupendeki.
Akwenzeki. Ngiyabonga mfethu. Angidedele nawo obelindile ngisakhumbula ukuthi ubani obelandela. Thokoza Makhosi.
Yini Gogo since ngile Gogo.
Yeah, kulungile.
Ngiyabonga ukunikeza ithuba. Mina ngizoqala ke yabona umpo uqale akhuluma ne.
Yeah.
He's one of those tier in our society who are trying to protect something that is vehemently wrong. Like for instance, njengoba usho Gogo, and you're also stating from our acts and our laws. Ukuthi, what does it stipulate when it comes to people of our nature? Ukuthi, singabantu abamnyama, we have
these rules.
We have subscribed to our spiritualness, and we need to respect that. And then when someone starts trampling on what we are doing, like for instance, when you are advocating for impilo, and then she is going against inkolo yethu esabantu abamnyama, because ngokwethu inkolo yokusindisa abantu ukuthi you'll excuse me a little bit nakamsutu like saving people, it should come from your core as someone who has heeded to your spiritual calling. So once you take that thing and then you use it against other people, so you're already an outcast. Okay, moving on. I would like to say this, Ugutiwe and Gogo. I'm very proud of you because I'm one of those people who are advocating for spirituality and wellness. So when one person in society, Oguti, as powerful as she is, and she's using a TV show to lure in people into darkness, that should show us that this is a red flag. Oguti, this is no longer spirituality. It's now an attack on the spiritual beings.
On our integrity. Ngiyabonga kakhulu. Ngicela ukuya ubalandelayo.
Charmaine.
Go ahead, Charmaine, please.
Akuthokoza gogo ninjani?
Siyaphila njani?
Okay, by name Charmaine. I can see that a lot of people have been waiting for me to talk.
Yes.
Because of the comment I made. Hi, Seva.
Malangane Charmaine, ngicela ukuvala khona uphazamisa sound lana. Yeah, qhubeka.
So ngasedlozini igama lami nguMafele Mpini.
Makhosi.
So basically I can see now abantu bambiza ngoMaweni. I know her by Leanne, basically. That's how I met the girl. And for numerous years I've been she just rised from nowhere and suddenly she was a feared Sangoma.
Yeah.
First time when I met her, she was on a show, Ipapgeld, if the country remembers her. And then she was there because the father of her child, Oldaleli Sundowns, was not maintaining the child. And that's how I first knew her.
Yeah.
Then she was on Instagram suddenly. And then I remember I asked for her numbers on Instagram and she gave me her WhatsApp number. Because in my head I thought, Isangoma, so because Umtane Lozi, we relate to such people. And you're thinking, you can learn something from them, we can talk about stuff. Because at that time, they such a sound okay. So then I WhatsApp
Okay, ngicela uqhubeke Empress. Ngiyaxolisa.
Okay, no problem. So okay. Sengiyazwakala manje gogo? I think
Nkosi yami, ngiyaxolisa kakhulu.
So, and then I remember I sent her a text because I was still new, isn't it? So I remember I texted her because I used to have dreams. More we are when your dreams becomes very strong because now is it as And then I remember I sent this girl a message and I said, "Hi, Leanne, how are you?" I realized that I asked your numbers from Instagram, and basically I see that you're a Sangoma and I'm in Ketuptwasa, so I want someone that I can talk to very closely. And she didn't have a problem. She was such a nice person, actually. She was such a nice person. But I don't understand the hype now around her thinking that she's mightier, because Ulian could not even interpret dreams, Gogo. She did not even understand the concept of Ubanezos. First, I'd like to believe with your experience and my experience, Idlozi, first, Alice Kukumuzi. You don't wear amplets, Mom Danedlozi. You don't come and tell us what you are able to do and not what you're not able to do. Word of mouth will tell us Nene can do this and not do that. That is my belief as Umtanedlozi. I don't I still repeat, with the people, with my entourage that I carry around, I don't really care if Leanne gets this voice note or gets the video or gets this live from anyone. Honestly speaking, South Africans, I'm not scared. Because from the person that I once interacted with, she had zero experience of Vilos. She had zero experience of how we do things, how we interpret dreams, because asikho isangoma esibamba indoda ngomuthi. Umuthi wakhe angeke usebenze endodeni yakho. That's a secret that we know. You need to go out to somewhere else and let someone else help you with that.
Yeah.
If yena uthi indoda yakhe uyibambe ngokwakhe, that is a lie first. Because there's no way that umuthi wakho Nene can actually work on you. Inyanga is laphi. I've got 2 kids that I cannot help traditionally. Whenever they need help traditionally, I need to take them to Nene. Angisize ngabo. I can only help someone from the outside. Yiledlozi mina engilaziyo. Mina yiledlozi lamandulo leli ngalithwasa. Leyo mina ugqobela wangipha umthetho walo wasedlozini. Wangitshela into eqala when you I'm just that I don't want to go deep into now Ukipa the secret of Bungoma.
Yeah.
But what I know is whenever utwasa, automatically there's certain things that come into place. If you didn't have a job, if bosokola ngomsebenzi ungakathwasi, immediately wathwasa umsebenzi uyavela. If bohlushwa ama relationships, immediately walphuza walphalaza i-relationship izohlala. If you're struggling to conceive babies, immediately you conceive. That's what yile dlozi engilaziyo. Alikho idlozi elukupha umuntu yokuthi ubambe indoda or uhambe ukhulelwe or uthole umsebenzi. I'm saying this because before I went to Peshweni, I was struggling relationship wise. I was struggling on getting jobs and all of that. But Gogo, I got a job. I was able to have a relationship that has lasted me more than 5 years. I just bought my first car. Like zonke izinto zami akunamuthi osebenzile lapho. When you are in alignment with your ancestors and your entourage, everything else will go according to that. So it's just that yes, abantu bethu isizwe sethu there's a lot of things that they don't know. Then I think she's using that to lie to the face of people and saying, mina yami indoda ngibambile, mina indoda angeke izingishiye, mina ngiyaloya. No. Awukho umuthi gokunene anyeke ungena endumbeni yakho ukhipha umuthi uthi ufuna ukuyoloya uShamaine because no idlozi liyalo mawuthwasile umntana wedlozi silwa ngedlozi thina asikhiphi umuthi singena endumbeni sikhulume nedlozi ulitshela idlozi ukuthi sengithinteke ngale ndlela ngizwe ubuhlungu ukufika la therefore idlozi liyakhuphuka liyolwa liyakhuphuka liyolwa anyeke ukhipha umuthi anyeke uyolala esigangeni anyeke ujump iprama stuff anyeke usikhukhumuze. All you do immediately when your tears fall down on your face khona idlozi lizophakama ngoba kunedlozi lokulwa kunedlozi lenjabulo kunedlozi lomsebenzi kunomndawo kunedlozi lemali. We carry different types of ancestors, and whenever you have an attack from anyone, there's a specific ancestor that will rise and fight. Kunedlozi elisukumayo lokufunela umsebenzi, kunedlozi elihamba nawe endleleni ukukuvikela, kunedlozi elilwa immediately nezitha, kunedlozi elikufunela indoda ukuthi ushade uganwe, kunedlozi elikuzalela abantwana elenza ukuthi ube nabantwana isibeletho sibambe. We don't use umuthi. Umntana edlozi akathembeli emuthini. Because my problem with her is she's making it seem as if she's painting a wrong picture about traditional healers. That whatever you do to us, she's okijimela emthini, and we don't do that. And she's betraying and lying to South Africans that this is how you fight your battles. No. Sangomas don't do that. We have people that fight our battles. We've got people that gives us everything we need. We have a specific sacred place that we run to when things are not going our way and say, bona Gogo, ngidinga umsebenzi, asinasinkwa la endlini, faka abantu endumbeni, mfunela umsebenzi wabelungu, I need a car, ngifuna ukuyothandaza entabeni, I can't be using public transport all the time. Ngidinga umuntu ozohlekisana naye, and then kunedlozi elikhuphukayo lizosebenza. So, honestly speaking, with me, Mina, right now, all I'll say, and that is my comment, and I think this is where I stop. According to me, looking at Leanne, but South African Leanne idlozi aliko, alihlalanga kuye. It's something that she likes, into ayithandayo, and therefore we have a lot of people, Gogo, that are thinking traditional. Ukuba isangoma, it's more than social media. It's more than wearing beads namahiya. It's more than telling people what you can do. It's something that is within you. Idlozuluzwa malukhuphuka Gogo ngaphakathi. Uzushaya uvalo ukuthi lento seyaphuma like imanje. Sekusikhathi kwamele ngisebenze. But yena elakhe idlozi liphakama kanjani when she's always on social media and telling us what you're doing. Idlozi alisebenzi lifuna ukubukwa. Idlozi alithanda ukubukwa. Angilazi idlozi libukwayo mina. Lelo ukuthi bakwamele uyogeza emfuleni kwamele usikhombe sonke ukuthi uyogeza. Then you're defeating the people. Because sometimes umnikazi wendawo ufuna ukuvela ufuna ukuphuma wena ulayita icamera. Therefore idlozi liyahlehla libuyele emuva liyazifihla ngoba idlozi when it does miracles, it does not want anyone. It allows you to take the shine. It doesn't want to take the shine. It gives, it lukuthengela i-Mercedes Benz lingakhombanga ukuthi buya kuye. Wonke umuntu athi manje ugogo Nene ulithatha phi i-Mercedes Benz ngoba akasebenzi. Idlozi lisifihlile lihleze emuva lithulile. Mara kwazi lona ukuthi le yalethwa yimi. Loku kwakho yimi. So with me, for mere fact that you could not even interpret dreams that were so easy, to me that I knew ukuthi idlozi alihlalanga kuye. Uyalithanda, it is unfortunate ukuthi alimkhethanga. Ngoba if athi yena unegedle, anyeka azathwasisa abantu abanedlozi. That's where the problem started with me when I looked at her show to say, okay, athi yena unegedle, so uthwasisa kanjani? How do you know ukuthwasisa umuntu onedlozi? When unegedle, because something it's wrong here. Thwasisa people that are like you. You can only teach something that you know. At driving school, Gogo, basifundisa ukushayela ngoba banama license. You cannot come and not know how to drive and want to teach me how to drive.
Manje inyanga iyathwasa yini futhi.
That's another difference because thank you, Gogo. That is also, that's what I said. And people don't know. Sine sangoma. Sine nyanga. And I think people need to know the difference. Isangoma in the Western, if we can explain it, city, it's mostly like a fortune teller.
No, it's a psychologist.
Thank you. Right?
Yeah.
Umuntu and idlozi lakhe livuka ngengoma. Bathi isangoma. Kwamele kube nomsindo wenzakala ukuthi ledlozi likwazi ukunyakaza. And then immediately makuba na that sound, kuyasebenza, kuyasetshenzwa. Inyanga umuntu okwazi ukutshela inkinga abuye alapha khipha umuthi. And it does not necessarily ukuthi kwamele ngiyeke ugogo Nene ukuthi angitshele ukuthi kwamele ngiyenzeni. When I went for my calling, my father's family, ugogo nomkhulu bekuyinyanga ezishadene. Umkhulu bekuyigedle, ugogo bekuyinyanga. Inyanga ingavuka ekseni bamlayele bathi hamba endlini enje ufike uyothatha into enje or uhambe endaweni enje uyolapha uzibanibani. Or ugogo kunogogo ozofika onje nanje uzofika la afuna lokhu nalokhu nalokhu. Or kuzafika ephupheni ulele ukuthi sicela lokhu nalokhu nalokhu nalokhu. Kusetshenzwa njalo. So with her and with us, it's like even the advertising of the snakes. Thina ngedlozi usually inyoka we associated nomndawo. It's a water thing. Alikho idlozi eline pride elizibonayo elingafuna ukubonwa njengomndawo ngoba nanoma usekuthwaseni lelo dlozi aliphuma phuma. Lingaphuma kayi2 kayi3 usekuthwaseni uze uyophuma uhambe uyosebenza abantu umndawo angakaveli. Mara simazi ukuthi ukhona. Because uphuma mase kudingakala when it's war time and whenever that's where he comes. So eyakhe inyoka leyahamba yonke ayithwele lo mndawo ahlala amthwele yena wonke esimbona sonke si South Africa usebenza uyenzani kokunene usebenza uyenzani
wamlanda nini emanzini waphuma nini
hlala
isikhathi singakanani phansi komfoli
because into engayizwisisi ngayo ukuthi ngoba lenyo mina makathi naw sekuyisikhathi sokuloya then uyabuya lapho yolanda inyoka hayibo inyoka yasezulu ya guys ningagangi ngathi sibadala ngoba umnikazi wendawo masingamkhiphe emanzini angeke akekho umuntu ongammela lesa sifulani masingaphuma emanzini Gogo seza la emhlabeni akekho ongasimela nami nginje mangiyokhuleka emfuleni before ngingena ngikhuluma naso ngithi ngicela uhlehle mkhulu ngingakuboni ngoba amandla wakho angeke ngizokwazi ukwamela ngize la uzocela lento engicelayo kodwa angifuni ukubona ngamehlo wenyama ngoba ngiyazi ukuthi angikho strong ngalo ndlela ukuthi ngingabhekana nawe uyidlozi I can't. Therefore uzobona ikuzaba khona esign emanzini ukuthi ngikhona ngikuzwile then uzawudedla hlehla mele lamela khona ngiyenza into engiyenzayo maceda ngiphume ngihambe mara kodwa ufila ipresence uthi khona lento khona la enihlezi lapho ingibhekile mara I can't be looking. So yena owakho umndawo lomncane nyana amguga la entameni ambeka endumbeni umndawo ukhe wahlala nabantu nini kokunene ukhe wahlala nabantu nini
hey angazi ungangibuzi mina online twaso la angazi lutho mina.
And another thing before I exit, thank you for the opportunity, but another thing that it's my concern, she's also portraying a very, very wrong picture to men that we are dating and men in general in South Africa. Because now we are going to carry the stigma of men thinking that I cannot be dating a traditional healer because should anything go wrong, should anything go wrong, asivumelani ngenkulumo, kunomuntu ozophuma la. That's the thing. That's the thing, because umuntu gogo mamloya kwamele kuvuma idlozi la kuba akekho umuntu onganadlozi, by the way, abantu into bangayazi. Just ukuthi thina elethu salithwasa, elabo lihlezi kodwa alithwaswa. But they guide them, they protect them, they do everything. So if she's thinking SK, all these bad events that are happening in his life, it's because of her. No. Maybe SK upanishwa idlozi lakhe naye because of whatever wrongdoings that he has done. Because he sounds like he's a Zulu man. So our Zulu ancestors would, if you don't do the right thing, they'll always come back. Every ancestor comes back and punish you if there's something wrong that you're doing within the same name that you carry.
No, that's, I might differ there. I think the woman went to some person who is just, there with 3 or 4 makatakata that are specific for different things.
Okay.
And has come in and put in ibai and put in uhlalu and can just use those couple of things to do the things that she clearly went to the market and said, I want to be able to, this, do this and this and this. Imitanjane sebenza lokho. Ebese yamuzwa-ke selandela ko-TikTok elalela izangoma mhlawumbe ukuthi yithini. Kodwa nje asikakamboni ugobela wakhe and mhlawumbe naye akafuni ukubona nalesi saga. And one day maybe we will, into nje ekhona engiyibukayo mina, it's fine. She's qualified as a sangoma, she's Liane, or she's Gogo Maweni, or whatever. But my only issue is the accepting and the declaration of using the dark medicine bag, and advocating actually that her ancestors have given her this squama. So my thing is that our ancestors, my ancestors, cannot exist in the same world as your ancestors. And it's now the battle of ancestors is what it is. And your ancestors need to know that in this particular realm of existence, this is what the law says. And this is what Umthetho Shoba says. If you want to begin a path of your ancient, evil ancestors and bring it to the world, you need to form your own cult and call it something else and not call it Ubungoma, not call it Ubunyanga, and not dress in any way, shape or form ngomfanekiso wethu, because you do not stand for what we stand for. And it's because sifuna ukuthi lento ihleshe emuva ingene phansi emgodini ingabonakali. No, nasemandulo umthathi nje besimbamba ngoqoqoqo eyoshiswa la shiswa khona. We've never tolerated them, and we're not going to now.
And Gogo, yes, I'm looking at comments that are coming in, and people are saying, no, that's how it is. We are trying to compare ancestors and thinking we are better. No. I don't think people understand the context of their lives. We respect her. Okay, thank you guys. Let me just exit. Nyabonga Gogo for the opportunity.
Thokoza Gogo.
Thokoza Monji.
No, kade ngikulalele nje like these past weeks. Now saying I understand ukuthi ithini indaba and even yesterday I was listening.
Yeah.
But according to my perspective, I think in nowadays, everyone is using social media and media for marketing purposes. Everyone.
Yeah.
Whether Sangoma, Umfundisi, everyone is using social media because if it's Buga Ishuga Maweni, Situ Maweni, is Dagas Shoyo Situ Zona. Like, the question is what you would see, nicest believe again. I should say, I call in Uyena.
Yeah.
I need to hear no show you to answer in non as combisa demonstrate. But now, 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 if somebody take actions against her, like ubanozoti mina ungiloyile ngalo ya uyena uyabona, because if I'm nabe ngizimakethela ngizifunela imali and uphila kahle ugogo Maweni usiphilela kahle ushabu uyabona ukuthi kahle this thing it a marketing ehlangene nebusiness, everyone uyazimakethela ufuna ukuzenzela imali.
Okay, ngilinde kancane ke lapho mfowethu kade mhlawumbe ungakangena ngazi, but I read from the amendment of the Suppression Act, the Witchcraft Suppression Act. And it's very, very clear that it says anyone who professes a knowledge of witchcraft or the use of charms and advises any person how to be a witch, how to injure or manage or damage any person or thing, or supplies any person with any pretended means of witchcraft. So it goes on and on and on, giving us the law. The law just simply doesn't allow it. I mean, aside from the traditional health practitioners, umthetho nje awawona ngale kokuthi esimweni sobungoma simi kuphi thina ngomthetho weshop. Umthetho wezwe uclear, and njoba de ngisho nje yena umnandi ngoba yonke into esizoyidinga thina as evidence in court uyena osinikeze all the evidence that we need. Yeah, so simlapho nje, and we are well equipped. We just want to make that very clear to everyone. And I think these lives are really not to be persuaded, no, you can't, because witchcraft is not easy to whatever. It's really, these lives are to open people's eyes as to why this is wrong and what is done in a situation where this kind of situation arises. And it is very much a discovery for me that people are so ill-informed. That's probably why nobody said anything for the last, I don't know how many months or years. But these lives are really to bring everyone up to the same page about witchcraft, about crime, and about how to open your voice and stand out for what you see is wrong. Because the law is protecting us, not just Sangomas or Nyangas. The law is protecting all citizens. So no one is victimized by somebody, spreading fear and boasting about themselves and spreading fear, which actually causes people to be afraid of us and causes me to be afraid of society. Because if society hates me and society thinks that I kill people like she does, society could essentially, I can't go wearing what I'm wearing because somebody might just have had a bad experience with these things, or would have seen her doing and saying all the things she's saying and assume that they can express their anger toward me. And so these lives are really for us to just performule sizwane ukuthi lento le ayikho, there's no way anywhere ukuthi singakwazi ukuyimukela. However umuntu ozama ukuyichaza ukuthi it has a place in our society, ayikho nje indawo yalento. And intombazane lo is jail time, and then the awakening of everyone else. Kade bebhala ama-comments lapha kumina bengibuza bethi elevate your mind and understand that we all practice differently. Yes, we do. Yes, we do. If it means mina ngisebenzisa usawoti when usebenzisa ugarlic, but when it comes to evil, akukho la esizothi there's a difference. We are all in the same page with the law in that regard.
So according to the law, ishow leyana yona ikuphi according to the law yona ishow le
according to the law, there's a potential humongous lawsuit that should be planned for them. There are so many entities that are to be charged for everything that occurred. You know, and it may not just be one channel, it may not just be one person, but for this particular lokuzana tina sibheke kuMaweni. Maweni, she must fall, and when she falls, the next goal in our agenda will kick into action. And so nazisa nani nibe ingxenye yalokho.
I know ngiyakuzwa gogo, and it should be like baninga abafana naye ngithi abagcwele even kuma social media like abenza izinto lezi ezifana. Let hope ukuthi abantu bazofundiseka ne sibone like ukuthi kahle kahle what is going on, what is happening, because majority Tina, we enjoy what we see again, because sometimes we do believe we do believe with Nyangeni, but some of us Tina see in between, see what is happening, and we enjoy the drama, by the way, because we don't know what like
you don't know what's happening. So, you know, Tina, it's not entertainment, it's people's lives. And vele kuyacaca ukuthi le ntombazane ayazi lutho ngomsamo, ayazi lutho ngabantu abalele, ayazi lutho ngomthetho weshoba, ngoba indlela eyenza ngayo kuyacaca ukuthi there's no respect for life in the afterlife. And angazi ukuthi ungaba usangoma kanjani ungena respect for the afterlife, angazi.
Imake gogo wanje wena ungathini mangasacela ukuthi maybe tomorrow again phume nishane ngezulu, so can you agree or you can decline the request?
Njengoba manini angithi sithe qaleni sithe umuntu nomuntu unelungelo akazange azangithuka inhlamba ngithi ubuza umbuzo.
No, angilo
no ngiyaphendula mina-ke ngiyababona nje laba bayeke ngizobamute. Mina-ke yazi it's interesting ukuthi ungibuze lo mbuzo. Umkhulu ukhokho ozala umkhulu wami ozala uNene ufela phakathi igama lakhe noma kuthiwa ibutho lakhe. Wayeyinkabi eyayihola iy'nkomo ngokugadla ngezulu. Kwakusuka abantu omaXhoseni beze kwaZulu la ngaseMelmoth bezokhokha iy'nkomo ukuthi ashaye ngezulu. Kwakunezinye iy'nyanga futhi ezazikwazi ukuthi igadlane ngezulu. Yazwa yini? Usho ukuthi ukhokho nje ngizothi wayenabafazi abawu-8. Abafazi bakhe iningi labo babefika ngokuthi mhlampe bazokwelashwa ugcine umuntu esegana. Kwakukhona oyedwa umkakhe wakabiyela obabembiza ukadidi. Loyo-ke kwakuwumthakathi lo angazi ukuthi ngizothini. Babengaswani babekhothana ngisho phambi kwabantu bezwana bethandana. Ubazi nje ukuthi favorite wife kakhokho ukadidi. Kwaze kwathi washala nje isikhathi eside i-last wife yakhe ngicabanga ukuthi was 16 years old yena eseyikhehla elidala. ngoba wayesebenza imithi nje into nje yakhe kwakuyimithi kodwa ispecialty sakhe kwakuyizulu. So kwathi-ke isikhathi simbe kwakhona inyanga kuthiwayeni ukuchukuluza omunye umuntu ukuthi asibone ukuthi yiphi inyanga strong kunenye, right? Nangempela-ke kusho ukuthi kwangena kuleyo competition. Leya nyanga yamshaya ukhokho yamdabula izinqe. Wathi washona esenezinqe eziwu-4. Izulu lamshaya izinqe akafanga. Leya nyanga yagadleka yafa. Mangizwa ngendaba noma phela asazi ngoba ngixoxa abantu bakwanene lento mhlambe wafa naye ufela phansi kodwa kuyaziwa nje akafanga. Leya nyanga ayithiwa yafa. KwaNene njengamanje sonke isigodi sakwaNene uqubuka nje izinyanga lapha nalapha ziningi izinyanga ezikhona. Khona umfowethu ufela ubambiza ngofela phakathi kodwa unelinye igama lakhe. Yena waguqula isikhwama lesi sikafela phakathi usebenza ngaso ukwelapha abantu abashaywa yizulu. Manje izulu likushaya phansi kuphume intuthu ngezinqe. Uyena umfowethu lona ofike ezokhipha umlilo ngaphakathi akwelaphe enze konke. Uyena futhi umfowethu lo untanga yami futhi naye uzalwa ngo-65. Uyena futhi omisa lokhuzana lento le yokuvika izulu emzini yabantu. Usebenza leyo nto nje isiphiwo sakhe ngani na? Uyena owanikezwa isikhwama sikafela phakathi. Yazi mina nginabantu abathathu kumina. Nginomhlongo abakwamhlongo ingonyama ibhubesi lakwamhlongo likumina isangoma. Ngiphinde ngibe nesithunywa esayidini lezikotshi esayidini likamkhulu ukhokho kababa. Bese ngiphinde ngibe nobani nofela phakathi. Ufela phakathi azange anginike isikhwama. Kodwa ngathi mina ngesikhathi ngithwasa ngoba akekho owayengamazi ufela phakathi ukuthi wayethakatha ngesikhwama sakhe. Kwathi lesikhathi ngithwasa mina ngangena emanzini okuthi mina ngigeza zonke idalwa, zonke izikhwama, zonke nje izinto eziyisinyama sakwaNene ngoba kwakuze kukhulunywe kuze kuthiwe uma esephuma-ke eseyovuma idlozi uzophumela kwaNene kusekhaya komama kodwa ngizalelwe ekhaya mina. Uzophumela kwaNene njengoba kuthakathwa kangaka njengoba abantu bakhona benjani, noma uzophumela kugogo wakhe besho uMamhlongo engikhule naye. uMamhlongo ngalesi sikhathi wayese ebekwe nje emzini wakhe yedwa.
Ima-ke gogo
Kwakhulunywa leyo nkulumo nje ngenxa yokuthi yini emuva. So umbuzo wakho njengoba ungibuza umbuzo ukuthi mina uma ethi asiphumele phandle sibonane, ngizokuchazela into kanje. Ukhona umuntu osuka ekhaya elifundisekile ukuthi mangabe ingane esikoleni eyisiqhwaga imhlokoloza ithi sobonana phandle. Bese leyo ngane yazi ukuthi mina ngila esikoleni nje ngizofunda. Yazi ukuthi futhi abazali bami akaze mina bangifundisa ukuthi la esikoleni kufanele ngihambe ngiqwebhana nezingane. Okusho ukuthini? Okusho ukuthi mina ngiyazazi ukuthi ngizokwenzani. Ngizokwenza sengathi mina ngikwazi ukulwa ngoba ngifuna ukwenza njani? Ngifuna ukuphakama ngokwengqondo. So isimo senu nina South Africa ngiyasibona ukuthi siphila esimkhona. Futhi ikakhulukazi kwaZulu ngizonitshela nje ngoba ngokwaZulu mina. Lento yenu yokuthi nisebenzise leli side lenu elingakhokheleki likhomba ukungabi nayo i-emotional intelligence.
Okay.
Lelo side lenu likhomba ukuthi okay niphume niye laphana niqwebhane babukelayo idrama yenzeke leyo drama ekugcineni kudlule leyo drama yenu 10 years from now nizobe nikhunjulwa yingani ukuthi nenzeni emhlabeni ukuthi waxoxana noMaweni. Mina I'm not here for that. Mina I'm here for a legacy.
The last question,
no, sengiqedile mfowethu ngicela kungena omunye manje unoma uThatho noma uAya.
Very short.
Ngicela kungena omunye Mondli please.
Ungiphendule tomorrow Gogo ne. The question yami is
Gogo.
Wena ngawufela.
Yebo. Aya.
Akithatha. Uthatha.
Oh, Thato. Okay, ngiyabonga Thato.
Yeah. Askis ngithe hayi ngoba idrama I'm not here for idrama izulu in but ngithatha ohlalile ukuthi mntaku ngahlalile I'm a Pan-Africanist. Le ndaba le ibhlungu Gogo ngoba ibhlungu serious le ndaba lena because okay let me first start by saying Ngaka and Baloyi and Umthakathi are two different things. And yes, Ngaka can turn into a witch by doing dark practices. We understand that, like people. So, but Ngaka asimoloyi. Let's get that thing straight. Ukuthi ibhlungu ngoba they turn traditional healers. They turn traditional healers. Us on the outside, we're going to paint you all with that same brush. Uguti, lack of a better way, amasangoma are witches and stuff, and we're going to treat you that way, ne? But again, as we look at Africa net as a whole, young kids are dying, young kids are being killed, and by Zumut because of them. Even last year, we had stories. I forgot whether it's in KZN or Free State, where people were being killed, some being eaten. So it goes deeper than just Maweni. Yes, Maweni is the face, but there are many others who are looking at her and are going to do the very exact thing or even more. So we should be careful of.
She's actually on a campaign to recruit more.
You see, so I'm lost of words, man. Let alone spirituality. Many people die physically, like in existence. Many people, let alone abantwana, even grown people, because somehow they know Guti, maybe like your ancestors are strong. Then they're going to try and take you and use your own, like your ancestors' powers against other people. When I saw or use use them to their own advantage. So for me, my point, I'm going to be short. I was just about to say Uti Ubangaka and to be Moloi are two different things. And we shouldn't be, just because we're South Africans, every time Sikichimeli drama, every time Sikichimeli toxicity, powerful. That's why I said, I'm sorry for that, but I didn't like it, that question.
No, it's fine. It's fine. Ngiyakuzwa mina ngiyakuzwa. And ngiyabonga kakhulu ukuthi nikhuluma iqiniso. Thokoza. All right, ngiyabonga. Umthatho. Thokoza.
I hope niyaphila. And to add on what Uthatho was saying here, I have noticed that a lot of people, it's all about the power. People are now desperate for a power and not the gift. The focus now is no longer on the gift, it's on the power, how much power I have. It's so sad. You want to go the story that you told about yourself. Do you know that it's so sad? I get sometimes scared to tell this kind of story that I come from a rich lineage. You understand? My grandmother was this, my great-grandmother was this, my great-grandfather was this, because people will be shocked. Even people who claim that they have issues, then you'll be like, Kanti Wena, where do you take yours? Because this thing is is a generational thing from your lineage, from your own family. So I have noticed that people are focused on having a power to a point where they go by your twala. My grandmother used to say, there's a difference between Xhosa. There's a difference between ukutwasa no ukutweswa. Ukutweswa is to be given izikhwama zokuloya. Ukutwasa is to be a traditional healer, those kind of things. So, and she even said there's a very thin line. And another thing, what happens to, let me not focus on Gogo Maweni. I'm not going to focus, I don't want to focus. Let me focus on this like online sangomas who go out there and boast. You understand? They get the wrong crowd. They get hyped by the crowd that knows nothing about the gifts. That's the thing. That's why they get more power. And then they get following because a lot of people are desperate. When we look at the poverty state in our country, people are hungry out there. People are so desperate for their kind of services. So now they take advantage of this kind of things. People have depression because of lack of a lot of things, lack of work, employment, and a lot of things, and money to top it all. And then after that, when they go to a sangoma, they claim to be ukobela and babatwasise. And then that's why we get all the sangomas. You tend here, you even like hide your own things now, your own beads. You'll be like, I just don't want to be seen because it's a matter of people look at you like, here's another one. It's something like that. So I noticed that, and I love this platform that you opened here. I wish you could like continue, and then we teach people, because I've seen a whole lot of people in comments. Even yesterday, I just like looked at your yesterday's live short, like just for 10 minutes, and I noticed that people normally say all sangomas are this, all sangoma, because they watch social media. So I love this platform because it's like, I wish that it could like bring back the dignity of this platform, of Sangoma platform, of people with gifts. I wish it could do that. That's all I would like to say.
Maweni must fall. Thokoza sihle. Sawubona so. Kade ngicinga so. Bengifuna ukudm so. Ubani kahle kahle so. Khuluma ngeso.
Kusakhuluma usihle, asidedele usihle ma, aqede. Kusakhuluma usihle.
Yebo. Lesedi. I-podcast izoba khona abangani, but i-podcast ikobe kushume kakhulu at that point. So let's ncenga just at this stage. Angijahile ukuya kulama podcast ngendlela engicika ngayo vele. Sihle usakhona noma?
Yebo ngikhona Gogo.
Khuluma phela mfethu. Ngikhona ma.
Ngumzulu mina, ngicabanga ukuthi uzongizwa ma. Ngibone ngengene kwe-live bakho, but ngithe ngidlula ngabona isihloko esithi Maweni must fall.
Yes.
Gogo, benginombuzo mina wokuthi cause sengiyezwa kukhulunywa mhlawumbe nangendlela athwasa ngayo izinto nje yabo ezakhe eseyipersonal ezakhe, cause angisona isangoma, angaze ngihlale nezangoma, but I think ukuthi kuney'ndlela abantu abenza ngazo. So as isihloko sithi Maweni must fall, and ukuthi Maweni must fall ngento ayenzayo eyobuthakathi ne. Ngifuna ukubuza mina kuwena Gogo ukuthi ayikho yini indlela yokuthi izangoma, because angazi noma uyisangoma noma uyithwasa noma umthandazi, ukuthi nihlangane nina ezizangoma nikhulume leyo nto leyo ke, because manje mina Gogo umbono wami lo.
ngicela amute ubani loya. Umatsidiso ubani lo khuluma?
Umatsidiso gogo.
Akene okay, asingimute-ke lapho kuqala. Matsidiso. Okay, sihle. Yebo mfethu ninjani? Ngisacela ukuphendula usihle kancane.
Okay, Gogo.
Mina sihle. Asinakho wemfethu sihle asinayo i-traditional health council njengamanje okuyiyona egunyaziwe ukuthi ilokhuze i-facility lo muntu oba ngumsindo lana ubani manje kanti Kanyiso mute mfethu, mute yourself nazo. Yeah, asinayo mfethu ilokhuzana isigungu lesi esasiqalwe qala salokhuza samiswa ukuthi kube yisona esilawula izinto enjengalezi. Samiswa kodwa sasingesikhashana noma u5 years ini. Emva kwalokho kwaseke uphela isikhathi sayo kwase kucatshangwa ukuthi kuzoqhutshekwa kanjani ngoba khona izinto ababengayipolishanga kahle hle. Kodwa ke kuze kube namhlanje abakaze babuyele nokuthi ke i-council esiyiyona ke manje ithini. Okusho ukuthi ke thina njengezangoma nje asiphephile ukuthi sithathe lokhuzana lo msebenzi ngizosho njalo wokulawula izinto ezinjengey'nkinga ngoba manje asiphephile. Number 1. Number 2, isigungu sezangoma noma kungesona ke isigungu lesi sikahulumeni ke i-Traditional Health Council, isigungu nje mhlambe esingase siqokele thina ukuthi mhlambe yena uMaweni uqoke zakhe nathi siqoke zethu ngapha kuyahlangana ke kuyadingidwa. Asikwazi ukudingida icala osekuyicala elifuna amaphoyisa njengalamacala nje asekhona akhandiwe njengamanje. Lento wena sisi njengoba uthi wena ungwakaZulu nje ngiyacabanga ukuthi uyazi ukuthi khona icala lasekhaya esikwazi ukuthi siyindlu yakwaNene sizoliqula lelo cala phakathi kwendlu yakwaNene mase lisihlula sesocela ke izindlu zalomuzi wakwaNene zihlangane xoxwe. Uma kuhluleka lapho sekiwaphi sekiwa emndenini eminye yakwezinye izindlu. Uma kuhluleka lapho kuyiwe enduneni, uma kuhluleka enduneni kuyiwe enkosini. Khona-ke amacala-ke egazi angakwazi ukuthi aqulwe inkosi. Nalana-ke kukanjalo-ke into ekanjalo. Khona amacala uMaweni asewadalile asefuna amaphoyisa nenkantolo engeke esaqulwa mhlambe noma adingidwe ilokhuzana. Uma inkantolo yona ithi akutholakale ufacilitator sibuyisane mhlambe njani lento le ifuna amaphoyisa ngoba kunemndeni abanikazi balamathuna, right? Kusho ukuthi abanikazi balamathuna uma bona inyembezi zabo zifuna ukuthi lana kufanele kube nama cases, kufanele nabo ba exercise ilungelo labo. Unomasipala okumnikazi okuyena umuntu ogade le ndawo le esemathuneni. Umasipala yena naye kufanele exercise i-right yakhe umasipala. Nathi siwumphakathi uma sicomplaina ngomuntu ogcogcoma pheko amathuna abantu. Yabona nje akusekona ukuthi izangoma zodwa lana mhlambe sekufanele kubonakale yonke le ndawo leyo ukuthi ubani nobani inhlawulo ayifunayo uyakwazi ukuthi ahlawuleke kutholakale inhlawulo yaleso sikhalazo anaso. So asemaningi ama-group manje azomhlasela vele ngale kwezangoma nje.
Okay, ngiyabonga gogo.
Okay, no. All right, mana. Ngiyabonga nami.
Uyaphila ma?
Hello.
Ngofuna DM imini so.
Yeah, ngiyakuzwa ngiyaphila.
Ngisemacaleni singe DM.
Yeah, DM wena manje. Wena ufuna ukukhathaza usomda.
Angile kwi-video yakhe leyo ngamtshela ngathi ngicela wehlisa umoya wena ngathi usunjikele wonke amadlozi akhona emhlabeni. Ngamtshela ehlisa umoya nje ayeke ukuloku esinyusela ushukela ngento engekho. Mina before nje ngiqhubeke nalento bengicela ukubuza yona, kungenzeka ukuthi sithandaze sonke ukuthi amadlozi amaweni amshaye. Abulawa amadlozi akhe nje thina singakukhulumi naye. Ngoba into engiyisabayo ukuthi inkantolo ihlezi wachitha amacala anokuthakatha phakathi. Yikho nami ngisingajoyini live namhlanje ngoba ngifuna ukubuza kuwena ukuthi iyiphi le act le okhuluma ngayo ngoba ngifuna ukuyistadisha kahle. Because nami nginalo icase yokuthakatha isichithwe kawu-3 wema. Isichithwe kawu-3 enkantolo and there's proof ukuthi lo muntu bevele usebenzisa umuthi and uthi uyathwasa into ongayazi uyisiphithiphithi nje uMaweni. Namhlanje uyathwasa, kusasa uneyinyoka, kusasa usemanzini, kusasa useLimpopo, kusasa useNigeria. Kuningi nje. And there was proof ukuthi she is doing witchcraft.
Okay, so because we're not doing a specific case, just DM me and I'll send you the act.
Okay,
the witchcraft suppression act, yeah. Unganyiso, are you there?
Yes, I'm there. Thokoza Gogo.
Marcos.
Yeah, firstly, mina ngicela nje ukuthi ngibonge ukuthi ngabe nesibindi to voice up ngento esensitive kanje. I know abantu abaningi had taken offense ngento ababona uMaweni ezenza, but because of the kind of umuthi that she's exhibiting, because of the kind of things abonakala ezenza ku reality show yakhe, abantu abaningi bazizwa belovalo and that sort of thing. So yeah. I am grateful that you had the guts to be the first person to break the silence, and I'm happy ukuthi abantu abaningi after you had broken the silence, people are coming up, they are making their contributions. Abantu bayatshengisa ukuthi abavumelani layo lento. And mina enye ngakutsho ukuthi fair and fine, maybe there could be a loophole in the legal system ukuthi ama cases ale witchcraft phakathi they can be dismissed. By the way, I'm joining from Zim, and it's the same case even ngapha ngakithi eZimbabwe. But after all has been said and done, we find ukuthi these are spirits that we are talking about. And if we bring ourselves to a point where mhlawumbe the legal system has failed us, but if
let me just stop you there. I don't know, maybe you weren't in the previous ones, but I know where this is now going to go if I just keep allowing it. But we've been repeating it many times that we're not pursuing the witchcraft situation. Today, I was addressing the act because there are certain sangomas who want to know, can we not also go after her for A, B, or C to do with the actual black magic? But the case, aesthetic. So our actual active case that we've initiated is to do with the violation of the cemetery.
Mm-hmm.
Yeah, and I read the law yesterday for everyone that you can't stand on it, you can't sit on it, you can't walk on it very inside, you can't change the glass. Yes, that's what this lawsuit part is all about. It's not even a lawsuit; it's a criminal charge. Yeah. Go ahead. Yes.
Wazana kibona gore tabe ya gore kweji sarate papa cha tabarne abunga mola re tseba gore batho ba ba re tšeditšeng ke ba South Africa ka moka motho ga a tloga Eastern Cape a tla Limpopo a tlo go mela morago ke se ka mo thuša jale a gore ke a mo tlaiša ke a mo tshwenya jale Maweni yena jale taba nko mpotse motho o ba re ke Maweni wa topolela ga botsolo gore ke yena moloi jale maragane jale re opiša mangaka bore mangaka dihlogo ka taba ya Maweni a topolela gore ke yena moloi ka boyena re thomo swantšha Maweni le dingaka mola re tseba gore le gale bongaka le bona bo tlo ba le system e leng gore e parallel to yona e le gore tlo re senyetša go no le go e ba ntwa go loka go e ba le ntwa ya fokokgoma ga rialo mara jale ge re ka tla ra lebelela taba ya Maweni ra tla ra e tšea ka kudu mo e le gore ka re go phela Maweni a nnoši mo lefaseng go tja re senya dilo tša badimo ba borena ka gore sedimo a se rekwe wa bona ga gona motho e leng gore a ka tloga e le ngaka a berekela badimo ba gabo a ya lebitleng la ngwana o mongwe le go mo tseba a sa mo tsebe a re yana ka gore motho o ba humile o tla humiša ba bangwe ga e gona ntom gabotse motho ga a phediše ke ge motho o mongwe a hlokofetše ka nama o phediša ke moya wa motho a hlokofetšego jale go ka no sepela
omnyama angazi ukuthi omnyama ngesotho kuthiwani but moya wakho omnyama
omnyama
yes
a o dule kua mabitleng wa letela motho gore a tla o tšee le ona o leng kgaragana mo botsa marantse a kere o bose ge o be e sa le nama moya o bose pela gana mo lefaseng le go robetše ga o dule kua mabitleng ba mmotse gore a o dule kua mabitleng a se ka botša batho maaka a etele ka moga borena ka moga kukung a tla tsebe gore ge re bereka dilo tša badimo re raiwang ebile o swara le dilo tše e leng gore nna re tseba e le gore dilo tšeuwe ke dilo tša di-magic o ka se sware nnoga mopela ga batho wa rona o anga wa alafa o ra re gone motho a ka tsenang ka gago go ene nnoga re tseba e loma a re o tlo kry-a thuso a fola a ka se fodiše
Maweni must fall. Whatever you're saying, Maweni must fall. Thank you, Aesthetic.
Thank you.
Thokoza, go ahead.
Ngikhuluma mina.
Yeah, qhubeka mfethu.
Khuluma mina.
Khuluma Matsidiso, awume kancane ke ethuleni yabonga. Sorry.
Gogo ngithanda nje kuwo wonke ukubonga nje ngokusicacisa nje ngento eyi-1. Lento ishilo uthi angazi ikhuluma ubani ukuthi izangoma asakwazi ukuyenza ini nani. Ngithanda nje ukuphakamisa umoya oyingcwele ukuthi bendabuko kodwa ngiphiwe ngento eyiningi. Ungaphiwe emithini, uphiwe ekubungomeni, kodwa umuntu owedwa ngaleso sikhathi, kodwa unabantu abaningi emzimbeni wakho. Njengoba uchazile nawe ukhuluma nomuntu wathi Scottish, ukhuluma kanje ukuthi ngize ngithinteke nami. Abanye abantu banokuthi ngisangene mengisho kanje. Ingane yami mina ivikwe idlozi lomlungu. Ukhokho enowase Scottish. So lento ekhulumayo
Viva Scotland, viva.
Gogo ungahleki ngoba naye nekabuka. Omunye umlungu nje. Umlungu. So yiko lokho ngizama ukusho ukuthi nje ngithanda ukuphakamisa leyo nto leyo ukuthi abantu mabayekela ukuba nalento ukuthi oyisangoma uhamba ngesiphiwo esi-1. Akulona njalo. Viva Scotland.
Siyabonga Matsidiso, but you didn't translate Aesthetic's message for us. Ubani okhuluma isuthu azosichazela ukuthi ubethini. Mina kodwa ngimzwile ngomoya ukuthi Maweni must fall. That's what I heard.
Yena yiko vela kuchaza ukuthi Maweni must fall.
Yeah, too late. Go ahead, Manjege.
So what's a Gogo?
So what's up?